Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and it's time for another episode of our Pokemon TCG live online matches, week number 75, getting closer to the 100 mark, which I don't know if I'm going to do anything special for that, but there is an option maybe to do something kind of unique for the big 100 mark. But anyway, I want to apologize first of all right now for not just this video being kind of late, because usually I like to have these up on Wednesdays, so it is currently Friday. Not sure what time of day this is going up just yet, depending on how much it takes to edit and all that stuff, but also just apologizing in general for the schedule on the channel. I'm missing a day here and there, and just like life stuff is getting in the way, plus I've been doing a lot of, although I'm going to be cutting back a little bit, of Pokemon Go, going out and kind of prioritizing my time to go and get items and fight gyms and stuff, but I'm putting that to the wayside now. I'm going to focus more on getting stuff recorded and edited and uploaded for you guys out there to watch, because of course Pokemon Go is only, once every couple weeks or so, if that. I might not be doing any more, as I mentioned earlier today in the Pokemon Yellow randomized Nuzlocke video, but anyway, I'll mention that later on, probably in another maybe final Pokemon Go video, at least temporarily. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but anyway, that's all beside the point. We are here with Pokemon TCG live online matches. Now, I will apologize for something else in advance. I might not be able to win with the deck I've assembled. Not because the idea is not good. The idea does have some cool merit to it, but I've just been having such terrible luck in everything from the world of Pokemon lately. I expect today will be no different. But if I can't show off the strategy featuring, or what I'm trying to say, if I can't show off the battle, if I can't show off the strategy versus a human opponent, I think that's what I meant to say, then I'll just show you a quick little thing in the training, against the testing the deck against a computer opponent, just to show you what I'm trying to go for. But anyway, all that being said, let's now talk about the strategy. We're going to focus on another Pokemon GX, of course. It is going to be Lunala-GX. Now, I'm trying to think, what can I do to make good use of Lunala-GX's powers here? Take a look at the Pokemon in particular. Of course, Psychic-type Pokemon with 250 HP. The ability of Psychic Transfer, as often as you like during your turn. You may move a Psychic Energy from one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon. Now, that could count for a basic Psychic Energy, or a Special Energy such as Mystery Energy, things like that. You'll see I'm going to make use of the Special Energy feature of this possible ability, and I'll mention those energy cards in a moment. But for Psychic Energy, Moongeist Beam does 120, and the defending Pokemon can't be healed during your opponent's next turn. And then, of course, we have Lunar Fall GX, the GX attack. For 3 Psychic Energy, knock out one of your opponent's basic Pokemon that is not a Pokemon GX. Any basic, I'm just like, you know what? I don't like that Mewtwo EX on your bench. It's gone. Of course, once per game, I can use a Pokemon GX attack, but if I can take out a powered-up Pokemon EX on the bench, I will do so. So I've got two, I almost said Solgaleo, whoops. I've got 2 Lunala-GX in the deck, just 1 Cosmo-M and 3 Cosmog. Now, what we're going to try to do, something I used in a previous video, what was it with? Primarina-GX. I'm going to use the Dragon's Wish of Dragonair. During your next turn, you may attach any number of energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon. So that counts for basic or special energy. We'll take a look at the Dratini line in just a moment, but we're going to focus on checking out Solrock right here. For a single energy, colorless, search your deck for up to 2 special energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. So I'll be getting some special energy out. Usually it's kind of difficult to find special energy from your deck, but this is an attack that can do so. Too bad there's no trainer card that does that for you, but oh well. So I got 2 Solrock in the deck. The idea with them is try to get out all the special energy that I have in the deck. There's only 4, as you'll see. And after that, Solrock has kind of done its job, so it can be allowed to get knocked out at that point. But we're going to then use the Dragonair with the Dragon's Wish, get the Dragon's Wish attack fired off, then we can attach as much energy as we like on the following turn. And I also have, well, there's only 1 Dragonair, 2 Dratini. I've also got 2 Dragonite with the Delta Plus Ancient trait. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack of this Pokemon, take 1 more prize card, which could happen if we can power up that Heavy Impact for 150. A lot of good damage being fired off there. You can also do Wrapped in Wind for a lightning energy, attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your hand to this Pokemon. But more often than not, we're going to try using that Heavy Impact for 150 if it works out well. Now, that's the Pokemon, 13 Pokemon cards in the deck. I'm going to scroll down to the energy, show you what I'm working with. First of all, as far as basic energy goes, I have 5 basic Psychic. I also have a basic Grass and a basic Lightning to power up the Dragonite's attacks, but another feature, another option we have is these 4 Rainbow Energy. This card provides colorless energy, as long as it's in your hand or deck or whatever. While in play, this card provides every type of energy, but only provides 1 at a time. So, it can be used to power up any of the energy color requirements, or I guess colored energy requirements of Heavy Impact. It also counts as Psychic Energy while in play, which means Lunala-GX can move that around. So if we have enough energy attached on one Pokemon, Lunala-GX can move the Rainbow Energy to the Dragonite, powering up Heavy Impact on a single turn possibly, if we have enough other energy attached. But again, this is a deck that's going to have like a lot of moving parts to it, a lot of complicated interacting features, which, as I said, that might be a reason that I can't win with it. But if it works out, like when it works pretty well. When it doesn't, it's just because I couldn't get the right cards off the top of the deck. And as I said, luck has not been on my side for the past couple weeks in the entire world of Pokemon. Today may be no different. But those are the 11 energy cards in the deck. Now let's take a look at the trainer cards. Just for healing purposes and curing paralysis or sleep or something like that, we have a couple of Big Malasada, healing 20 damage and a special condition from your active Pokemon. 2 energy retrievals, bringing back a couple of basic energy cards into hand. Got 2 Evo Sodas, because there's going to be a decent amount of evolution happening in this video here. I've got 2 Level Balls, find any Pokemon of 90 HP or less and take it into hand. 2 Nest Balls to find any basic Pokemon, play it right down onto your bench. I've got 2 Professor's Letters to find 2 basic energy from the deck and put them into hand. I've got 2 Random Receivers, reveal cards from the top of your deck until you find a supporter card, take it into hand. And that could help us speed up with some of our draw support, as you'll see as I get to that in just a moment. I've also got a couple of rare candies, because as you're seeing, I've got 1 Dragonair, 1 Cosmo M. We're going to need other options to get our Stage 2s into play, so of course rare candies are the way to go with that. And a couple of Super Rods shuffling back in, 3 cards, a combination of basic energy or Pokemon, right back into your deck. 2 Ultra Balls, finding any Pokemon from your deck by discarding 2 other cards from hand. And last items are a couple of Versus Seekers to bring back any supporter card I like from my discard pile. Now, another little feature using the Rainbow Energy is the Fairy Garden. Each Pokemon that has any Fairy Energy attached to it, both yours and the opponent's, has no retreat cost. So, while this is going to be providing Psychic Energy to be moved around by Lunala-GX, while it also provides either Lightning or Grass to power up Dragonite's attack, it also provides Fairy, allowing for free retreat of any Pokemon that has the Rainbow Energy attached. Really cool thing is, I can use Lunala-GX to move a single Rainbow Energy to any Pokemon and retreat them for free using the Fairy Garden, and then move it to the new active Pokemon to power up their attacks. So I really like the way Rainbow Energy works. Also, I forgot to mention, but when you attach this from your hand to a Pokemon, you put 1 damage counter on that Pokemon. What I could do, if Lunala-GX is in play, attach all 4 Rainbow Energy to a Pokemon I don't mind losing. They take the 10 damage counter, or the 1 damage counter each, the 10 damage, and then I can move that to someone else. By not attaching from hand, the new Pokemon is not going to take that damage counter. So a good way to prevent my guys from taking too much damage. Now, for the supporter cards, I've got Bridget to find 3 basic Pokemon from the deck and put them onto my bench. Basically, 3 Nest Balls and a single supporter card. I've got Judge for both players to shuffle their hand into the deck and draw 4 cards back. I've got Lysandre, of course. I always say, people at my Pokemon League are now picking up on this, you always gotta have at least 1 Lysandre in the deck. Depending on your strategy, you might want to run 2, 3, or even 4. But I do have 1. I've got Versus Seekers for options to bring it back. Of course, I've got an N as well. Both players shuffling their hand into the deck and drawing back 1 card for each of their remaining prize cards. I've got Pokemon Center Lady for healing purposes. I've got Professor Kukui to draw 2 cards that turn and do 20 more damage with your attack. Sycamore, of course, discard your hand and draw 7 cards back. I've got 2 Skylas to find any trainer card from the deck that I like. Wally is here to help evolution on the very turn I put a Pokemon into play, or I could also evolve, say, Cosmog to Cosmo M. Wally can then evolve up into Lunala-GX for me as well. The last 2 cards, a couple of Float Stones. In the event that we can't get the Fairy Garden in play, or if the opponent does bump it out of play, I have these options to attach a couple of tools, retreat my active Pokemon for free, which could help maneuver the Pokemon around just the way I need them. That is going to be the deck for this week. I'm hoping I can play decently to show you the strategy in play, but we'll have to see what happens. We've got 13 Pokemon, 36 trainers, and 11 energy cards. Let's dive in right now and see how well Lunala-GX and the Delta Plus Dragonite, with some help from Solrock, does in this week's Pokemon TCG live online match. You know, I don't think I mentioned the name of the deck for this week. I'm calling it Lunar Rainbow because of all the rainbow energy and, of course, the lunar Pokemon Lunala. But it looks like we have the advantage over my opponent, Oscar Leander, which I didn't even see the name. I'm looking at the tiny name in the corner. It's right in the middle of my screen. Whoops. We win the coin flip. Let's take that first turn for ourselves, thank you, because my deck kind of needs a lot of setup for this week. But let's see, which basic Pokemon should I lead with? I don't know. Wait, I forgot. I'm on my channel. The luck begins, folks. Now, let's hope for the best, and I'm getting all bad luck out of the way right now. Because, as I say, admittedly, this deck strategy is very gimmicky, and I don't know if there's a better way I can sort of make this deck play out well. Hey, another mulligan! How about that? There's 2. Let's see if we can break the record of 17. Not that I know of that being an actual record. Well, there's 3! We're almost there, halfway to 17. Come on. 4. 5. 'Wow! Now we have a basic Pokemon. Excellent! Just what I wanted to happen. Alright, so the opponent can take 5 additional cards. Does it matter? No. I'm still going to win this. Am I really? Probably not. Well, we have a Cosmog active to take a knockout at least. We have Bridget to get some more basics in play. I guess we got an Ultra Ball we could make use of, but I might want to wait and use Kukui to see what else we can get. Wow, you took all 5? Of course you did. It is the smart thing to do, unless my strategy is to make you deck out, in which case you're playing right into my strategy. Of course, that's not what the strategy is. We see Larvitar. Alright. We have a basic Lightning Energy. We're, of course, going to play Bridget, thin out my deck, get some basics out. We'll get 1 Solrock, 1 Dratini. I kind of want to get both a Dragonair and Dragonite in play, if possible. So, we already have another Cosmog on the bench. I'm going to get 2 Dratini out. And since we're going first, I don't know, should I play the energy to the Cosmog to prepare for the Dust Gathering? There's a chance I can get an energy using Kukui, so I'm going to hang on to it and give it to the Dratini. More useful for that Pokemon there. Anyway, we'll pass the turn. That is kind of all we can make use of. Let's watch all the cards the opponent is now going to play. We see a Young Goose, which means we're going to see Gumshoos-GX. We're going to see prize cards. Ooh, we got a Mewtwo EX, a Zoroark for stand-in. This opponent has some potential for some power against us, but let's hold out hope that we can manage to pull through. We're powering up that Young Goose. They're going to leave the Larvitar active. Alright, not bad, not bad. Skyla. Well, first of all, let us go ahead Kukui. Give me 1 basic energy. Of course you don't. But we do have a Dragonair right now. We'll power up the Dragonair. What I think I want to do... I don't know. I want to see if I get a basic energy. I'm going to put it onto the Solrock. And maybe Skyla for a Float Stone. Because I would like to get the Solrock up and start getting the special energy out. Look at the hand of cards my opponent has to work with. If you don't have a GX yet, I'd be kind of surprised. So we're going to see some potential evolution into... the, of course, Dark-type Tyranitar at some point. Has there ever been... Oops, I'm pulling my headphone cord all over. Have we ever seen a Fighting-type Tyranitar? We must have at some point. Off the top of my head, I can't really recall. Alright, so I guess they're probably just going to leave Larvitar to take the hits and prepare for a Gumshoos-EX. I could now evolve into Dragonite, but I think what I want to do here, I'm going to Skyla. I'm going to actually get a Professor's Letter. I want to start getting some more cards, so I'll get that, get some basic energy out. Just going to grab a couple of Psychic, I guess. Or should I get a Psychic and... yeah, I'll get 2 Psychics. I was thinking of getting the Grass. Wow, that's all the energy that's left in the deck? Just 1 Grass? That's kind of unexpected. I suppose there are only 5 Psychic in there, though. I'll attach this to Cosmog. Do I want to use the Ultra Ball for something? I can. Ultra Ball... another Ultra Ball away, plus I'll get rid of the big Malasada, I suppose. It is delicious, it is tasty, but it's not very helpful just yet. We're going to get a Cosmoem, put that onto the benched Cosmog. I want to be able to use a Rare Candy to get Dratini into Dragonite, that way I still have the Dragon's Wish ability. Let's go with the Dust Gathering, draw an additional card, and could it be helpful? So next turn, I'm going to attach Psychic Energy to the Solrock. I'll retreat the Cosmog, start getting all that special energy out. Oh, come on. You're going to do that, are you? Okay. So now, you can Mountain Munch. No! I need my cards! Grass Energy. Not the worst loss in the world. Especially since I now have Energy Retrieval. My opponent might not like this. I'm about to play N. Is there anything I can shuffle back in? Not just yet. I'm only going to get 2 cards shuffled back in if I play Super Rod right now. I'm going to put this to the Soul Rock in the hopes that I find myself a Float Stone. Let's N away the opponent's hand. Oh, that's gotta be painful. I could give him just what he needs, though. We find ourselves a Float Stone, folks. Not bad. I wonder what the random receiver could give us. Of course, I am going to play that. We'll retreat into the Soul Rock. We'll play that. Random receiver, find ourselves a Judge. Very helpful as well. Not for this turn, of course. We already played our supporter. But I guess all we're going to go for right now is Solar Generator, grab a couple of Rainbow Energy. We see all 4 are in the deck right now. So 2 into hand. What I could do... Well, I want to get the other 2 in hand. Soul Rock, if it needs to take the hits, it's going to take the hits. And as soon as the Dragonair comes up, we will have the ability to use Dragon's Wish, attaching as much of this energy as we like. There's a slight chance... Well, I can't play the Judge yet anyway, because I'm going to be losing my Rainbow Energy from hand. Are they just trying to mill out all of my cards? I don't think so. There's got to be more strategy to this deck. We see the old Divide GX, Espeon-GX, of course. I need that card, whatever it is. I can play the Super Rod now, which I think I'm going to do. We'll get that Lunala-GX back, plus 2 energy that have been lost. Back in they go. Alright, now... Well, I'm going to attach 1 Rainbow Energy right now. We'll put it to the Cosmo-M. I think I'm now going to play the Fairy Garden. I am going to Judge away. I can, of course, Solar Generator for 2 more of the Rainbow Energy. We see another Dragonite. What do I want to play? I can't really use the Evo Soda. Both of my stage 1s are in play, so I'm not going to do that. I kind of want to get Rare Candy, but I don't have options for that just yet. Calm down, Evo Soda. It's not your time. Let's drop the Cosmog. I will grab 2 more Rainbow Energy from the deck by using, of course, the Solar Generator. And now at any point... Well, I can use Wally next turn to get a Lunala-GX in play, evolving up the Cosmo-M, which could allow for maneuvering of the Rainbow Energy, which is kind of cool. So we're getting some options happening here, at least. Here we see Evolution into Pupitar. Could do 40 damage. Could hurt itself for 20. Or could just retreat. No, it's actually going to Thrash. Okay, so, ow, 40. Not the best, but not terribly bad. Rare Candy. Alright, so we will play that to Dratini into Dragonite. Alright. So, I kinda am tempted to get the Dragon's Wish fired off now, but we're going to wait. I'll put this to the Dragonite because it has decent HP. I'm going to Wally into Lunala-GX before they... Well, they can't Mountain Munch again anyway, but if they had the option to, no longer will they get rid of my Lunala-GX. And we're just going to Solar Generate once again, get our last Rainbow Energy. We might lose the Soul Rock if they flip ahead, or they could, of course, evolve into Tyranitar from Pupitar, which would be a thing. But once we can fire off the Dragon's Wish, we'll be able to have 4 Rainbow Energy in play. You see Gumshoos-GX yet? Oh, they got the heads. Are you kidding me? Of course you're not kidding. So, we might lose the Dragonair if they retreat into their Espeon. But if it happens, it happens. So, Float Stone, we kind of don't even really need that right now. I should attach it just to be safe, though. Give it to the Dragonite. We will now use the Dragon's Wish. Next turn, I can attach as much energy from hand as I like. If I can get 1 more basic, that will be enough to power up the Dragonite. But, of course, then the Espeon-GX is going to hurt us pretty bad. Would you stop flipping heads? What's the point? I mean, of course, to do more damage, but hey, you got some basic energy options. We're going to attach to this Cosmog, it'll take 10. Attach to this Cosmog, it'll take 10. I want to do something. Check this out. Okay, I'm going to get some basic energy. I'm going to attach both of these as well. I guess we'll give it to the Dragonite. Yeah, we can move that around anyway, the Psychic. So, I'm now going to use the Psychic Transfer. I'll move it off of this Cosmog for no reason other than just I need to move it from somebody. move to the Dragonair. That is all for the time being. We're now going to freely retreat, because it does provide fairy energy, into Lunala-GX. We're now going to use the Psychic Transfer. Move a couple of Rainbow Energy back up here onto our GX. Because, as we just saw, a Basic Pokemon EX has been played onto their bench. Note that I said a Basic Pokemon. Let's fire off that Lunar Fall GX. Why not? Get 2 prizes. Boom. Alright. So that's our GX attack for the game, but it was pretty effective, I will say. Down goes an EX. Now, this thing can do 60 plus 30 more for each energy I have. We are weak to Dark, though, so it can't get all that damage, like double damage, off on us just yet. They could, of course, go for the Divide GX. They can probably, yeah, they can take out both of my Cosmog. Which, if it happens, it happens. I'm totally okay with that. We have free retreat options as it is right now, unless they play their own stadium. I can still move my energy around if need be. This is weak to... Hey, you're weak to Psychic, aren't you? Hey, that's Lunala-GX's type, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So I can destroy the Espeon-GX quite nicely. Do I have healing options in the discard pile? I don't think I use the Center Lady. Not just yet. Let's attach this to... since the Cosmog can faint, I'm going to put this to the Dragonair. Our best bet is to probably take this thing down as soon as possible. We still have 90 HP left on our Lunala-GX. I'm going to Versus Seeker for... Let's go for... How many prizes? I got 5 prizes left. Judge is the better way to go. Shuffle my hand away, get 4. They're going to go down to 4 as well, as opposed to N, which would have given them 5. A big Malasada. I do like to heal. Let's go ahead and drop that out. Heal 20 and, well, no special condition to heal off, but regardless, we're going to go for Psychic Transfer. We will move... I guess I'm going to move Psychic up here to Lunala-GX. And for free retreat purposes, I'm going to move one of the Rainbow onto the Dragonair. And then I'll put the Psychic from Dragonair onto Lunala-GX. That way, 2 Pokemon still have free retreat options. Does Level Ball find me anything useful? Not a thing whatsoever. But we're going to go Moongeist Beam. 240 damage. Gone. There's 2 more prizes taken. Alright, this is actually working out better than I was expecting it to. I'm quite happy to see this. So, anything else that comes up? What are we going to see? As long as they don't evolve this thing up, we win. I'm going to... We might still win. Well, not quite just yet, but... What can this hit me for? They can hit me for the Gumshoe chance quite powerfully. Admittedly, that is going to be pretty bad for us. There it goes. Ow. 350 total damage on us. Really? Man, what? So, how much can they do? Headbutt Bounce can do 100. We'd survive 1 hit with Dragonite. I gotta get more energy, though. In fact, I gotta get Lunala-GX back into play is the problem. Well, we can Versus Seeker for a Skylet. Let me see what the random receiver gives us first. Lysandre. Can I get a knockout on anything here? We can do 60 damage. I can take out Larvitar. Is that going to be enough, though? I can take out the Zorua. So here's what we're going to do. We have free retreat on the Cosmog. See what I was thinking? If I could get enough energy attached to Dragonair, I could evolve into Dragonite and get a double prize knockout, but I can't do that just yet. What has the highest retreat cost? 1 on you, 1 for you, and 2 for you. I'm going to bring up the EX. Okay, so we can't take you down. We have to do 60 damage, which might be the way we have to go. We're going to Tail Smack. 60 damage. 2 more of those. We will get the knockout on this thing, though. I would like the Super Rod back. It's... Oh, wait a minute. You got yourself that stand-in now, don't you? Not bad. I wasn't remembering the fact that you had Zoroark. Alright, so you take the active spot. You could retreat. You can still do a lot of damage, though. Leave my cards alone. You're not supposed to see what I have. That's not fair. Actually, it's totally fair. That is the ability. Mind Jack. Ow. Alright. I suppose that's fair enough. Down to 2 prizes apiece. This is pretty interesting. So there's no point to go ahead and go with the Lysandre anymore. They have the free retreat, not free retreat, but the stand-in option. Do I have a rare candy left? I think I used one. I've only used one. I'm going to take a chance and go for Versus Secret for Skyla. I'm going to see if I have the other rare candy. I do. Alright, so I'm going to get the rare candy. I can get a Lunala-GX back into play. We're going to power this one up since... I suppose I should have gone for the other one. It had a Floatstone attached. There's no more Rainbow Energy left in the deck, though, because I used them all up, did I not? Yeah, all 3 are there. There's 1 left on the Dragonite, which does give it a free retreat. It can take 1 hit, though. We're going to leave it active for the time being. Nothing more we can really do. It's got free retreat for the Floatstone anyway. I should have moved the energy off to keep it safe. Too late for that now, though. Alright, not bad. Healing 60. Totally fine. If I could somehow get Lunala-GX powered up with 4 energy very quickly, then we'll survive another one of those from the Zoroark. Can I hit you with anything? Let me think. I can Dust Gathering for a simple card. That won't really help us in this situation. I just don't have enough energy to make use of. I am going to move that Psychic, or the Rainbow Energy, just to be safe, keep it from getting knocked out. I'll put it to the Pokemon that's most likely to hang on to it. We're going to be the Lunala-GX. And we'll end it right there. I want to retreat. If I do, they'll take 1 prize card. I'm going to retreat. We got the Floatstone. Poor little Cosmog comes up to take a hit. But this is going to weaken the Mind Jack attack, though. By taking out 1 more of my bench Pokemon, they're only going to be doing 40 with each Mind Jack hit. I just need to get more energy. I need a Super Rod, and I need a way to draw like a whole new hand of cards. Mind Jack is enough for the knockout. Oh, they're doing 70. Hang on. Oh, because I'm weak to it? No, wait. Oh, because I got 2 back. Okay, I was thinking the next turn they're going to only be doing 40. Alright, let's put the Dragonite back up. We survive. Still 2 more hits. Energy Retrieval. Let's grab a couple of Psychic, looks like, I think, is the best bet. Start attaching to the Lunala-GX. Yeah, you gotta take this hit, Dragonite. It's only 40 damage, though. You could retreat into something more powerful, however, though. I don't know, I'm doing my best, everybody, trying to get this win. Is that enough for a knockout? Yeah, 100 damage. Of course it's enough for a knockout. You don't need to do more damage. Calm down. That's all you needed to click. You just need to attack and you win the game. You didn't need to play any of those other cards out. But you chose to, because that's a class act right there. So, unfortunately we don't get a win with the deck, but you saw the idea. The Rainbow Energy providing whatever kind of energy you need at the time. For a free retreat with a Fairy Garden, provides the all the energy that the Dragonite would need. Didn't get to see it use the Heavy Impact, unfortunately, but it could have powered up also the Soul Rock if need be. It could have gone for... Wait! Dragon's Roar complete! That makes me the real winner today. I'm claiming victory. At least on that. I'm already maxed out on level 3. What do I care? But anyway, that is the match. So unfortunately, although we meet defeat, that does bring our Pokemon TCG live online match video for the week to a close. You saw the idea in mind, though. I just love the idea of manipulating the Psychic Energy, or technically the Rainbow Energy, using the Psychic Transfer. And there's probably so many other ways that could come into play, like powering up whatever attack you need for whatever Pokemon, energy type that it needs. And is there anything else that the Rainbow Energy could interact with? Fairy Garden for free retreat. Fairy Drop would heal 50 damage from a Pokemon with the Rainbow Energy, because of course it provides the Fairy Energy. And I don't know, just If there's any other ways you can think of for Rainbow Energy to interact with other cards, feel free to leave that in a comment down below, and someone can probably try to incorporate that into their own deck strategy, and just to keep things interesting. Like I said, this is more of a sort of gimmicky kind of a deck, just to show you some of the potential features of the Psychic Transfer, using the Rainbow Energy to provide whatever energy you need for any Pokemon in play. Let me think, are there any other things off the top of my head that could make use of Rainbow Energy? Nothing's coming to mind at the moment, but I'm sure there's many other possibilities out there. I'm just so focused on what I had here today, but that's cool too. Anyway, that is going to bring a close, or bring our video to a close, bring a close to the video. I guess that kind of makes sense too. But if you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to drop a like down below. Also, let me know some comments. What do you think of this deck strategy, and what ideas you have to make this a little bit more consistent if someone wants to try to recreate this for themselves? Whatever cards, or what cards would you like to take out and put in place of these cards to sort of make this a little bit more, quicker setting up, a little more consistent, coherent kind of thing. And any improvements you have to make to the deck, feel free to leave them below. Other people can make use of those in their own decks if they want to use this idea for themselves. So of course, we are still checking out Pokémon-GX from the new Sun and Moon expansion. As of yet, we have not checked out Gumshoos-GX, although we've actually seen it in play just now, but we haven't seen it on our side yet. We haven't really made decent use of Lapras-GX yet. It was my first GX when I did the big release day video of Sun and Moon, but didn't really give it a full focus strategy. We also haven't made a look, or taken a look at Lurantis-GX, and who else have we not seen yet? We haven't used Tauros-GX, although if you watch this week's League Cup Challenge video that I uploaded back on yesterday, actually, you can see some decent power behind Tauros-GX in the final match of the Masters Division. We also haven't taken a look at Espeon-GX ourselves yet, so those are the GXs remaining. Of those ones, which one would you like to see first? We've got Gumshoos, Lurantis, Lapras technically, Tauros, and Espeon. Let me know which of those you want to see for this video coming up for next week, and I'll see what I can do to assemble a decent strategy together. See, something I could have done, I realize in retrospect, is used the Lunala-GX with the Psychic Transfer to power up a Ho-Oh EX. Now, I kind of didn't want to use a GX and an EX in the same deck, but I could probably make use of that, because I'll just show you what Ho-Oh EX is all about. Let's go with, I think that's how it's going to interpret it being spelled. There it is. So for a grass, water, and lightning, you can do 130 and then 30 to a bench Pokemon. Something that was kind of cool with this Pokemon that actually doesn't work out is the Purifying Fire ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon has any basic fire energy attached to it, you may heal 50 from it. I used to think Rainbow Energy would count for that, but no, it does specifically state basic fire energy. But you can still do 130 with like 3 Rainbow Energy attached. You can also attach those Rainbow Energy to a bench Pokemon. Lunala-GX can move them with no damage on Ho-Oh EX. You might also want to toss a fire energy in there as well, just for, healing purposes. You can also throw a Scorched Earth in the deck as well. So there's an idea for you if you want to try to improve this deck for yourself. But with all that, there is still Pokemon-GX for us to take a look at. Let's hit that filter again. There we go. So let me know which one you want to see for next week, and I'm hoping that I can actually set myself down and set some time aside to record some viewer battles with you folks out there this weekend, probably Saturday afternoon, probably even Sunday afternoon as well. Going to go with some Pokemon TCG battles, as well as I might have time to try some Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battles as well with you folks out there. I'll give you some information in videos over the weekend to let you know how to set up a match for that and how to sync up and all that stuff, but we'll take care of that as it happens. For now, we are done for today. I want to say once again, thanks for watching today's episode of our Pokemon TCG live online matches. Professor Chaz is now signing off, and as always, I will catch you next time.